Hello friends, myself Dr. V.N. Deshmukh, Associate Professor at Sudhakar Aromatic Institute of Pharmacy, Pusat. Friends, today we will study regarding two drugs which contain the volatile oil. First one is the cinnamon and another one is the clove. Cinnamon, it is a bark, and clove, it is a flower bud. So first of all, we will see about the cinnamon. Both these drugs, that is the cinnamon and clove, they are used as a spice from the ancient period of time, and the clove, it is also used for the treatment of toothache as an local anesthetic. So cinnamon, the bark of the plant, it is used. So in this picture you can see the bark of the cinnamon. Synonym is cinnamon bark. It is also called as the Kalmi-Dalchini in Hindi, and Marathi it is called as, in Marathi it is called as the Kalmi, and Hindi Dalchini it is also called as the Ceylon cinnamon. It is obtained, or it is native of Ceylon, so it is also called as the Ceylon cinnamon. Biological source: cinnamon consists of the dried inner bark of the shoots of the coppiced trees of Cinnamomum zeylanicum belonging to family Lauraceae. So it is the bark, dried inner bark of the shoots of the coppiced trees of Cinnamomum zeylanicum. So in this case, during the harvesting of the bark, the tree of the cinnamon, which is 7 to 8 year old, it is cut from the trunk, and the bark is collected by giving a horizontal and vertical incision on the surface of the trunk as well as on the branches, and it is collected, and the remaining trunk, it is allowed to remain in favorable condition. It will sprout out, and again after 4 to 6 years you can get the another drug. So it is called as the coppiced trees of the Cinnamomum zeylanicum belonging to family Lauraceae. It should not contain less than 1% of the volatile oil. The amount of the volatile oil which is present in case of the cinnamon bark, it should not be less than 1%. If it is less than 1%, one can say that it is either adulterated, substituted, or the cinnamon, they are of the substandard quality. Geographical source: native of Sri Lanka and Malabar coast of India. It is also found in Jamaica and Brazil. However, most of the world requirements are made by the Sri Lanka, and hence true cinnamon is known as the Sri Lankan cinnamon. So most of the drug, it is obtained from the Sri Lanka. So the synonym is the Ceylon cinnamon, or the true cinnamon, it is known as Sri Lankan cinnamon. Morphological characteristic: color, the outer surface of the bark, it is dull yellowish brown, while the inner surface is dark yellowish brown. That is, the outer surface, it is faint as compared to the inner surface. Odor is fragrant because of the presence of the volatile oil. The odor is fragrant characteristic. One can identify depending upon the odor the cinnamon. Shape: found in the form of the compound quills. So the drug, it is found in the form of the compound quills, that is the larger quill, in the larger quill, the smaller quill, in the smaller quill, again smaller quill, it is placed one inside the another. The quills or the bark, they are placed one inside the another, so it is called as the compound quills. So in the market, the drug is available in the form of the compound quills. Size: about 1 meter in length and 1 centimeter in diameter. It is near about 1 centimeter in length, 1 meter in length, 1 centimeter in diameter. The thickness of the bark is approximately 0.5 mm. Taste: it is aromatic and sweet, followed by warm sensation. So it is firstly aromatic and sweet, and then it is followed by a warm sensation because of the presence of the volatile oil. Fracture: splintery. When we break it, the fracture is splintery. The outer surface of the bark is marked by a wavy longitudinal striations with small holes of the scars left by the branches. On outer surface, you can observe a wavy longitudinal striations are present, and the holes for the branches are also present. The inner surface also shows longitudinal striations are present in the inner surface of the bark, and the bark is free of the cork. So in this picture you can see that this is the bark of the cinnamon. This is a quill. This is the single quill, this is the double quill, and here there is a compound quill. It is called as the compound quill. So single quill, so this is a single quill, because after the separation of the bark, when the bark is dried, it get converted into the rounded shape. So this form of the rounded shape, it is called as the single quill. In this case, the bark become round on both the end of the bark become round, so it is called as the double quill, and this is the compound quill. So in this case, the larger quill is there. In this larger quill, the smaller quill is placed in that, this again smaller, in this way the quills are placed one inside the another, so they are called as the compound quill. So this is the bark. The length is 1 meter or more. Shape is a compound quill. Width is 1 centimeter, thickness 0.5 mm. Pericycle fibers, they are pale wavy longitudinal lines, and others on the other surface are present. Scar left by the branches, and inner surface is striated with longitudinal elongated reticulate parenchyma is present. Chemical constituents: 0.5 to 1% of the volatile oil, 1.2% of the tannins. As it is the bark, it contains the tannins. So it contains the tannins, that is the phlobatannins, mucilage, calcium oxalate, starch, and sweet substances known as mannitol. The volatile oil is active constituents of the drug. It is a light yellow in color when it is freshly distilled, and the color changes to red when it is stored. Bark yields near about 14 to 16% of 90% of the alcohol-soluble extractive. The chemical constituents which are present in the cinnamon oil, it contains 60 to 70% of cinnamaldehyde, 5 to 10% of the eugenol, benzaldehyde, cumin aldehyde, and other terpenes like philandrine, pinene, cymene, caryophyllene, and other components, they are also present. So the cinnamon oil contains 60 to 70% of the cinnamaldehyde, 5 to 10% of the eugenol, benzaldehyde, cuminaldehyde, and other terpenes like philandrine, pinene, cymene, and the caryophyllene. So the chief constituent, they are the cinnamaldehyde and eugenol. 5 to 10% of the eugenol is present. Chemical test: on addition of a drop of the ferric chloride solution to a drop of volatile oil, a pale green color is produced. On addition of drop of ferric chloride solution to a drop of volatile oil, a pale green color is produced. With ferric chloride, cinnamic aldehyde gives brown color and eugenol gives a blue color. With ferric chloride, the cinnamic aldehyde gives brown color, whereas the eugenol gives blue color. Both are the active chemical constituent present, resulting in the formation of pale green color. In cassia oil, that is the another volatile oil, the cassia oil, brown color is obtained as it contains only cinnamaldehyde. In case of the cassia, the only brown color is obtained, but in case of the cinnamon volatile oil, a pale green color is produced. Uses: bark is used as an carminative, stomachic, and mild astringent. So bark is used as an carminative, it is used as an stomachic and mild astringent because of the presence of the tannins. It is also used as an flavoring agent, stimulant, aromatic, and antiseptics. So near about all the volatile oils, they are used as an antiseptic because of the presence of the terpenoids. Commercially, it is used as a spice and condiment, and also in the preparation of candy, dentifrices, and perfumes. Commercially, this volatile oil, it is used as an spice, as an condiment, and also in the preparation of candy, dentifrices and perfumes. Substituents and adulterants which are used in case of the cinnamon: jungle cinnamon, it is a bark obtained from the wild growing trees, which is a dark in color, less aromatic than the cultivated trees, and slightly it is bitter in taste. Cinnamon chips, that is the small pieces of the cinnamon, they are of the low quality, they are of the low grade. So this low grade, they are used for the adulteration or the substitution. So these are the pieces of the untrimmed bark. They can be distinguished from the genuine drug by the presence of abundant cork cells and by poor yield to 90% alcohol. The extractive value to 90% alcohol, it is less as compared to the genuine cinnamon. Then Saigon cinnamon, it consists of the bark of the trees of Cinnamomum Lauraceae. It is a bark of the tree Cinnamomum Lauraceae belonging to family Lauraceae. It is exported from the port of Saigon. It is also grown in China and Japan. The bark is greyish brown in color with light patches and sweet taste. Quills are 30 by 4 by 0.7 centimeter, that is 30 centimeter long, 4 centimeter in diameter and 0.7 centimeter in thickness. Unpeeled, they are unpeeled and contains 2.5% of the volatile oil. Then Java cinnamon, it is also used for the adulteration purpose. It is derived from the Cinnamomum burmanni. It is derived from Cinnamomum burmanni belonging to family Lauraceae. Bark is less aromatic, pale and found in the form of the double quills. Histologically, medullary rays contain small tubular crystals of the calcium oxalate not found in Cinnamomum zeylanicum. It contains about 75% of the cinnamaldehyde in the oil. It also gives a poor yield to 90% alcohol as compared to the Sri Lankan cinnamon. So the adulteration due to the Java cinnamon can be identified by means of the microscopical characteristic. In this case, the medullary rays are small tubular crystals of the calcium oxalates, and they are not found in case of the Cinnamomum zeylanicum. Storage: keep it in a well closed container in cool place away from light. So this is all about the cinnamon. The synonym is cinnamon bark, Kalmi-Dalchini, Ceylon cinnamon. It consists of the dried inner bark of the shoots of the coppiced trees of Cinnamomum zeylanicum belonging to family Lauraceae. Chemical constituents: the oil contains 60 to 70% of the cinnamaldehyde, 5 to 10% of the eugenol, benzaldehyde and cuminaldehyde. Uses: it is used as an carminative, stomachic and mild astringent, also as an flavoring agent, stimulant, aromatic and antiseptics. So this is all about the cinnamon. In next video, we will see about the clove, volatile oil which is obtained from the clove. Thank you very much.